It's the bottom of it. It's the bottom of the afternoon, the beginning of the evening. Bikes are loaded, ready. We gotta go do this track day, bro. I got my homeboy's bike. He's gonna come with me, so I'm just transporting it up there. I'm going to actually unplug tail lights and everything because I don't like taping off the lights. So I'm gonna do that real quick, but here we go, y'all. We on the move. We're gonna do a track day. It's gonna be ThunderHill West. Of course, for the arsenal that I'm bringing, which one I'm gonna start off with, I don't know. I'll let y'all decide. Even though y'all commenting in the future, I can tell which one you want me to ride first, and I'm gonna ride that one first. Guarantee it. Watch. Leave it in the comments which one you think I'm gonna ride first. It's gonna be the one that you choose. Top of the top, we pulling up the ThunderHill Raceway right now. This is Pacific track time. We doing a motorcycle track day. We're gonna do some riding. I've taken a Supra. So in Group A is what I'm riding in today. The reason I'm riding in Group A, I feel more than confident that I'll be fine there.
That nigga lying. He lying. Ain't that confident.
I want to push my pace a little bit more. Pushing my pace is going to require me riding around faster people. Same thing I do with the kart track. We're going to do that here at today's ThunderHill Raceway Pacific Track Time event. I've decided I'm going to ride the R6. I want to spend a lot of time going fast, but not like terrifying myself.
Listen to what I'm saying. I was scared of the R1. Because I knew when I rode it like a couple weeks ago, just rode it to the store, it was way faster than I remembered. But it's because I spent so much time on a small bike and it really don't wake up until it's way at the end of the RPMs. R1's a whole different beast. That's actually what I meant. That's why I chose the 600.
So that's what I've got going on today. I'm gonna sign in and I'm gonna get to the pit area and we're gonna go from there.
As I was coming down the hill, it was hella people there. When I turned the corner and seen how full the pitch was, that's when I said this.
God damn.
I was running my new helmet, the new AGV. As we were coming out, I didn't have a mic in, so I wasn't talking at all. But I just knew with that many people out at the track, there was going to be a ton of bikes on the track. And this track is really small. So we're in A group, which is the fastest guys there. You could go out at the tail end of the group and they go out on their first lap. By the time you get to the grid to come out, these guys are so fast, they're coming back around. You're gonna come out in front of people anyway. As I'm out on the track, my first experience riding with my boy right here, I realized immediately, I'm like, I don't think that he's gonna get up to apex. I took off because I needed to warm my tires up, and I know that I got to get up to the temperature of the pace, so I decided to just go at it. That's one misshift. When I used to run a GP shift, all of my bikes are standard except for the R6. Shifts. And to keep it funky, I'm not actually at a bad pace right now. The pace, it's good for a start. Like this is my first 2-3 laps. So this is a good starting pace, and we should only be up from there. Right now in the middle of this lap, I'm pretty confident. I'm confident that I'm going to have a great day. I'm confident that I'm going to have fun. But at this moment, I was starting to get a little bit of fog in conversation with my helmet. Now, I do have one with the head box. This is my standard one, the vlog helmet, the mic and everything. But this one that I was using is for the R6. I don't know what went on, but I was getting a good amount of fog. I was trying to fight through it, but I didn't want to risk it. I came into the pits, cracked my helmet. Now, I know sometimes y'all see me at the car track with my helmet cracked. I do ride like that all of the time. But I had to pull in here, crack my helmet, make sure the fog all went away, and I closed it back down, and then I exited back out of the track. As I'm coming through hot pits, I'm looking to see where there's going to be a group. It's kind of like double dutch, a way to jump in on my chance. I see the last guy coming as I'm coming through this turn, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to come out as soon as I see this black Suzuki come through. There we go, black Suzuki. Up being one of the dudes that I've interacted with on Instagram. I saw him dice, so I went to go dice. I went to go chase him. These guys seem to be in good pace, and the way that I learn is I chase, I get toes. So I felt like it would be a good group for me to get toes from. So I went to push my pace a little bit, and I kind of do slow down when I bring the margin in, just so I can sit with that buffer. But as we picked up, I started feeling more and more comfortable. So as I'm feeling more and more comfortable, I'm just looking at their break points. They're kind of in a weird little group, so I know that those break zones aren't specifically going to be what I use throughout the day, but I was getting references and their corner speeds and things like that. I was just following the lines, just learning. That's all I was doing right now. Now, I knew he was about to take this pass, and I was gonna go, but I said, nah. I shook my head because I'm like, nah, I don't do that. I don't do those dive bombs. But I knew I could overtake him on the next segment of turns, so I just waited. That's what you're seeing right here. I go for the overtake, and then I go to try to catch back up with the back. But that acceleration just caused me to either lose the front or it slid out or something, but I felt the undesired front end leave me. So I didn't want to panic. I just grabbed the clutch and hoped that that would bring the bike back in. It did. Obviously, I kept up, but I was, to myself, I was waving the white flag. I called it right there. It kind of killed my confidence. I was going to keep chasing the pack, but I just had that low side fall on the R3, so I know what that felt like, but I did not want to drop this R6. I think it shook. I think.
All right, top of it. We're back in. I came in 2 times and popped back out. I got to mess with the front suspension a little bit. R6 is good, but I was losing the front a little bit. I got to check tire pressure, and if it's not tire pressure, then I'll check suspension. Good first session.
I was lying. It wasn't a good first session. I was actually frustrated.
There's not too much to say right now. I'll talk to y'all in a minute, though. I got to do some kind of work.
And there wasn't too much to say because I didn't actually know what to say. I think I was clamoring things in my head. I instantly called my homeboy and ran by him what happened, what the conditions were, and see what he thought about, you know, us trying to figure out a solution.
All right, I
I gotta get comfortable.
So because that other helmet fogged up, I pulled it off and put on the vlog helmet. So that's the helmet I have on right now. That's well broken in, the visor's been treated. We're rolling out with this vlog helmet. We're gonna roll. Started to take off here, so I thought, okay, now we're going to be at 8 pace. So now I was sitting behind him. I let him get out a little bit so that I could warm my tires up as I close to him. So that's what I was doing, sitting back so far at this point, but I'm about to close in. I was kind of just watching and seeing where his pace started to grow at. As these Ducatis flew by, I figured like, okay, let me kind of get in order and see where we're going to be at. I got hype right here. He seemed to start booking, so I was like, oh yeah, this is about to be a session. Yeah, he's after it right now. I was hype at this point. That's standard. Really fast guys running down on you and clearing you like that. That's what I mean about A group. A group's pace is high and cut through. A pace, you need to be on your point. You need to be going quick. You need to be minding your business, and you need not to be shook by anybody or anything. Like we had really dropped the pace. Like the Ducatis are out on us now. We were keeping right up on those Ducatis, and I wanted to go a little faster. But you know, you don't push nobody because we ain't racing, and whatever anybody's comfort level is, that's just what it is. So I just took a run right here to see if I could get by and run for the other dudes. But he was good after it, so I backed off and sat. I felt like we had dropped the pace quite a bit, and I kept looking over. I would look and see where other bikes were, and I knew some sharks were in the water and they were coming, so I planned to get by him before they got up to us, and this was my run. that's why I personally decided to try to check out a little bit, just so it could be a single pass the guys would have to do. Because they're coming, they were gonna pass. Hear them behind you, so I point them around, like go ahead and see how fast, just instantly they go. I decided to put it in. I was like, you know what, I'm going in. I'm not even gonna rock with that right now. I'm gonna let them do that.
Second session down, I feel a little bit more comfortable. Still don't feel like I'm pushing or going too fast, but everything seems to be working out okay. I did call my boy Jay and I did make a couple changes, but I only did one thing because I just felt like when I was leaning into the corners going fast, the front wheel was going away. Then I also had a condition that it seemed like I had throttle on when I didn't mean to have it on. So I don't know what was up with that, if it was just like my hand resting on the throttle, because this throttle is super active.
That throttle was too tight. I've adjusted it. It did not have any play, any slack. So yes, a condition that you think you were off throttle, if you had any bit of pressure on it, it was applying throttle. So now I have just a little bit of slack, just a little bit. And that's just for an actual at rest, because part of when I'm looking at this footage, part of what made my comfortability drop was that low side feeling, which later went away, but the fact that the bike always felt like it was on throttle. It was a lot of times that I felt like the bike was always in drive, and that's what it was, is the throttle cable was just too tight. I adjusted it out. Now it has a little slack, which should make it way more comfortable. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we just got to get used to this thing.
This camera view is dope because I personally think that when I have the GoPro set in wide and super view, you guys don't understand that I am over far because you see so much of a field of vision. This shows you that I'm getting busy. I am moving around the bike, and it does, you know, it doesn't show like that through the GoPro because of so much top to bottom, so much left to right field of vision that you get. But you see, I am moving around here. This is my thing. I be wanting to really work on stuff and move around. This Ducati, I dive bombed him.
right, y'all. All right, so this is gonna be my last session of the day. I've been having a blast on the R6. As you can see, haven't done much talking because I've been really focused on stuff, and my main focus is to either go as fast or stay out of the way of these fast-ass motherfuckers in A group. Oh, there go Ethan right there. There's no rest to be had out here on the track. This track is very short, and the straightaway isn't long enough to rest or relax on. So it's just like leaning back and forth, really short, straight, and then hard on the brakes, and you're back doing work. So when you get like gassed, there's no like cool down laps because guys are right on your shit. Oh, it's time. All right, time for me to go. R1 is teched. I'm about to jump on the R1 right now.
Straight off the bat, R1 turned and maneuvered better than the R6. The weight on the R1, it works in its advantage. The suspension is very soft in the front, not being pushed to the limit. Easily felt more comfortable than I felt on the R6.
Man, this bike feels good.
Problem was, I was scared to lean it over and get on the throttle because of how twitchy the R1 throttle is. This was cold tire activity. Now, even though I was ready to go and maneuver, that R1 wasn't.
This is too much bike for this track. Yeah, I think I'm going in on this one.
All right, I'm back in civilian gear. It was an incredible day, great day of riding. I've had my fill of it. It was good to be on the R6 today. The R6 was really getting after it, but I just had to go take violence out for one glaze in session. It touched no track surface at all today, so on the out lap, I made sure I did a full, complete lap, not just like half a lap and went out and cut. But good time. This bike is incredibly fast, especially when you're riding that. Stepping it up to this thing here with all that torque. You really want to glide through the corners and carry the momentum, because if you were trying to get on that throttle on the way out, it was a lot demanding on your body to hold on to this bitch. So me being mad tired, I ain't even try it. I just wanted to get out there and feel it and kind of just end my day on this thing. This was a great day. This was a great day of riding. I really hope that the footage showed that I was working on trying my hardest to come correct with what I've been learning on that and not just jump into this, because from that to this, way too crazy. But from that to this was just about right. I will do another track day with this, unless all the homies decide to come, then I'll ride this like the whole day, because everybody got leader bikes. Oh man, back at the crib, top of the Monday morning as I'm getting ready for work. Now, let's talk a little bit about it. As I'm getting ready for work, it's like a Monday morning. It might be, yeah, it ain't even 7 yet, 6:54. But look, man, I'm getting ready for work, and I just got a couple thoughts I wanted to get off my brain. First off, that did great, that did great. My boy did great. I didn't touch this. Here's my thoughts on Group A. Group A is always on. Group B, you can chill. Group C, you can learn. My thing is, what I learned in Group A is I had to push my fastest pace the whole time. I wasn't quite comfortable with that. In Group B, I kind of push a hard pace and I chill, and I push a hard pace and I chill, and then I can follow my boys around, no big deal. Because sometimes there's A guys in B, sometimes there's C guys in B. You know, Group B is a good mix of competent riders. Group A, you should be on point at all times. So that leads me to say, like, Group A is a fantastic platform to ride in if you got it and you really want to be on race pace. I haven't quite found race pace on motorcycles yet. I can peak pretty good, but I haven't found race pace. When I find that, then that's when I'll be competent to lock in on A. But anyway, man, me learning me, this is all practice, this is all exploration, this is all me figuring it out. I'm amateur at best, so don't get it twisted. You guys are watching me learn. I was asked on Instagram, like, who taught me how to do all of this stuff? I'm self-taught, so that's kind of where I have a tough learning curve at, because I am self-taught and I'm trying to figure out my best way or my best means of doing what I want to do without getting hurt. So that's not always the best way, but it's my way. That's what I'm doing. I'm trying not to get hurt. I'm trying not to crash and things like that, because as you see, after that kind of riding, it's Monday morning and I'm getting dressed, getting ready to go to work, and I have to go. Nobody cares about what I did over the weekend. They need their inspections, they need their service tests, they need their safety tests done. I've got to be normal me, precise on my job me. I can't be like the wild shogun and break myself up at the track and then I can't come into work. That's not what my company relies on me to do. Even though a lot of my company and coworkers know what I do and they cheer it on and encourage me, but I still gotta be up and ready for Monday morning. So I don't get to go super gung-ho. I don't work in like the auto or motorcycle industry. I'm a normal, everyday dude, man. It's wild that I get to live the life that I do, and I appreciate it. I love it, man. I love it. This motorsport thing is fantastic. When I get off of work, I'll unload everything, get stuff arranged in the garage, get everything cleaned up, and we'll set a next plan of action. All's well that ends well. Let me get to my first account for the day, and I'm gonna give y'all two, and I'm out.